Hi everyone, it's Lisa here. Today I've got the absolute pleasure of taking you through the new card kit from Heffy Doodle. This is a kit called Wanna Build a Snowman. It's full of really fantastic products and I'm going to take you through what's included in the kit, and at the end I'm going to take you through some cards that I've created from the kit. It won't be a technique video, I will just show the cards that I've made, and I will talk briefly about how I put those together. But first I'm going to run through all the products that you'll get in your kit. So I'm going to start by showing you the stamp set and the coordinating dies. I think it's a really fun stamp set. You've got 4 penguin images here, all in different poses. You have a little snowman, the tree, and I think this is a great scene builder set. It's really well thought through, and of course you can create your own snowman as well if you want. You've got the 2 images here to do the body and the head, the hat, the pipe, carrot nose, you've got some twigs for the arms, and then you've got the buttons and the eyes as well that you can add in. So really fun. This little one is just adorable. I mean, he looks like he's dancing, this one looks like he's sliding, and of course this one is kind of waving and walking. And I have a really fun little card coming up later using just this little penguin here. But I'm just going to walk you through the sentiments. You can mix and match these. Really pretty font, I think, for the Wishes, Winter and Wonderland options. And then you've got Sending You Our Warmest, which you can add wishes to. May you always be walking in a winter wonderland. And also, do you want to build a snowman? So really good set, and it comes with coordinating dies. And the great thing about this kit is that you don't have to buy it with coordinating dies if you don't want to. If you're someone that uses a scan and cut or something, you may not need the dies, so you will have the option to purchase that without the dies, which I think is a really good option. Next up, the stencil that is included in the kit is the first snow stencil. I really love this stencil. Of course, it has the falling snow that you can add to your projects. You can either ink through this, you can paste through it, you could ink and paste through it, you can paste and add glitter. There are just so many options that you can do with stencils, and this will be a really useful stencil to have in your set. And I also love that it has the curved edges, so you can create your snowbanks with this as well. I think that's a fabulous part of the kit, and I'm really looking forward to showing you how I've used that on my cards. Moving on now to the cardstock that's included in the kit. You get 6 sheets of cardstock which are sized at 8.5 by 11 inches. That means that you can create either 4 panels from each of the sheets of cardstock, or you can create A2 bases, 2 A2 bases from each one. So you get 3 white sheets in the kit. Really good quality, thick enough definitely for bases. There is a super gorgeous blue. It's like a kind of icy blue, or just a sort of really kind of Christmassy blue. I absolutely love the colour of this cardstock. I think it's wonderful, and it matches really well with the ink pad that I'm going to show you in a minute. You get a darker blue. This is a bit more of a purpley blue. Really pretty colour. I think all of the cardstocks combine really well. This is again 8.5 by 11, and I think will be great to create maybe a nighttime scene with the stencil and some of the snow falling down on that. So that's another idea for that colour of cardstock. And then you've got the Christmassy red, really beautiful red. You can't go wrong at Christmas with this red. So I think 6 really good options in terms of the cardstock, and certainly well coordinated. You can mix and match these and they all work really well together. Also included in the kit you have these 2 A5 sheets of white cardstock. These are suitable for using alcohol markers, so whether you use Copics or Spectrum Noir, this cardstock's going to work really well for your stamped images and for you to be able to colour those in. You've got 2 little tags that are also included in the kit. These tags are large enough that you could use them on a card, or if you wanted you can just use them as a tag on a present. So 2 really good size cards. You can either stamp directly on them or you can put some die cut images on them and build up a little scene. So I'm really looking forward to using those. And then lastly, from the kind of card and paper part of the kit, I'm going to show you these 4 pattern papers that I think they're lovely. They're double-sided. You've got the stripes on one side and the red snowflake pattern on the other. So you get 2 sheets of that, and then you've got the navy blue snowflake pattern on this side and the plaid pattern on the back there. So again, they coordinate really well with the cardstock and they all look really good together. So another great addition to the kit. Moving on now to the final part of the kit, you get a pot of the Nuvo Glimmer Paste. This is in the Moonstone colour, really beautiful paste, spreads really easily, it's very fluid, not so fluid that it's going to drip all over your project or anything, but it's easy to paste through a stencil, or you can add it as little accents to your snowbanks or something. It does have a kind of iridescent feel to it, so in some lights it's pink and you get glimpses of green, but overall it's white and sparkly, so I think that's a wonderful thing to be included in the kit. And it is a full-size pot, I believe, and there is a lot in there, so that's going to go a long way. You get a little mini ink, distress ink cube. This is the tumbled glass, coordinates really well with the cardstocks, perfect for snow scenes. You've got some baker's twine here, red and white. I mean, again, this kit is really well coordinated. I think that this looks wonderful just tied around a card panel, or you can of course use it on the tags as well. And you've got these 4 little silver jingle bells here, and they do make a little noise. It's difficult to pick up on the filming, but they do jingle, so they're a really good addition to the kit, and obviously they're going to be fun to tie on the twine on a tag. You've got the little dauber, so a finger dauber here that you can use with the tumbled glass ink, really good for small spaces and you don't want to use a larger blending tool. And finally, you've got a pack of sequins. It's a shaker mix, and it's got some beautiful little, I don't know how well you can see that, I'll hold it up a little bit higher. There are some snowflakes and there's some tiny little stars in there as well, plus the sparkly sort of clear sequins, so that's a really pretty shaker mix. So that completes my walkthrough of the kit. I think that it's a really fun kit, and I'm now going to show you some of the cards that I've made from it. So for my first card, I took one of the penguin images and I stamped and die cut it 5 times, and I thought it would be fun to colour them in rainbow colours. And I know technically they're supposed to be in black coats, but I thought it would be really fun to have them in bright cheery colours, and I thought perhaps they're wearing little coats over their black fur. That's the fun of creating, isn't it, that you can actually make something maybe that's a little bit unexpected. So that's what I decided to do for my first card. The background was created by using the stencil to create a snowbank, and also I inked through to create the snowfall, and I added some paste on top of that after I had inked it. And there is the kind of an ombre effect going on, dark to light, and I used the tumbled glass distress ink cube to create that. And then I just stamped my sentiment at the end. I thought, you know how you see little lines of penguins wandering across the snow, so I thought the sentiment would fit perfectly with that. So for my second project, I created a tag. Again, I used the stencil to create the snowbank, and I ombre inked the background from dark to light again. But for this one I decided to take the stencil and I just applied the tonic glimmer paste through the stencil onto the snow. Although I mean, you can make it look as if there's little bits of snow glistening, so I thought that was quite a good way to use the stencil and the paste as well, not just for the sky. So it twinkles when you hold it in the light. It is difficult to see it here, but it does look really pretty in real life. So the tree and the penguin were coloured with Copics and adhered to the tag. And if you buy the coordinating die set, you do get an option to die cut the sentiments. So I die cut winter wishes and I've popped those up as well. So there's quite a lot of dimension on this tag, but I think it turned out really nicely, and I added some of the baker's twine to the top. So for my third project I decided that I would go with a shaker card. I thought the shaker mix that's included in the kit was really pretty. And you do actually get quite a lot. That I think you could probably do 2 shakers out of it, but I went for a full size shaker. This is an A2 card and there is loads in there, and I actually think it just looks really beautiful. I'm glad I didn't sort of use it over 2 cards in the end, because I think it worked out really well in the full size. But of course you can always use it over 2 cards and maybe do a smaller shaker area or something. So for this card, I went a bit mad actually. I did throw rather a lot in it, but I couldn't resist it. And what I did for this one is I used the stencil to create the snowbank. So I traced the outline of the stencil rather than, you know, if you don't have a border die or anything like that, you can just use the stencil, and I just cut those out of white card and I layered them up. So this front layer is actually popped up here. All the images were coloured with Copics and they were arranged, you know, they were obviously arranged to create the little scene. I also added in this little snowball here. This is part of the set that you might want to use to build your snowman, but I thought in a way they're actually like little balls of snow that they might even be throwing around. So I popped one in there as well, and then I used some pattern paper for the back of the shaker. I thought that the navy pattern paper would look really nice as a night sky. It's got the big snowflakes in the pattern as well. So that's the main part of the card. I took some white cardstock and I coloured it with pink Copics, and I stamped on my sentiment on that and just cut that out and stuck that to the front of the card, so it ties it in with the pink that you've got in the snowman and the penguin. So my barometer of success with a shaker, I don't make them often, they take me a long time, especially because I did layers, but nothing falls out, so I think that's success. That's definitely how I measure the success. So that's my third project. So for my fourth project, I went with something that's very clean and simple. It couldn't be any more different to my shaker card than it is. So I really wanted to use this red cardstock, and I wanted it to really make the images pop. So I kept the white panel and the images quite clean and simple. There is a very light blue background. Again, I've used the distress ink for the background, and for my snowfall I've just used the paste. I'm going to try and put it in the light for you, it is tricky, but I've just used the paste here by pasting through the stencil, but I didn't ink it first, so it's a white twinkle as opposed to a light blue twinkle. The images again were coloured and with Copics, and then I separated out part of one of the sentiments to stamp warmest, and then you've got the wishes as well, which is in the different fonts. So it's really clean and simple, and I really like how those images pop against that red background. So for my fourth project, I thought I would use another one of the tags. That you get 2 in the set, so I wanted to make sure I used both of them. But for this one, I haven't got any dimension on this at all. I've more or less done a 1 layer tag. The only thing that is slightly popped up is the is the actual star on the top of the tree. But I had to do a little bit of masking for this, so I stamped the snowman first and I masked that off and then stamped the tree. I then masked the tree off and I did some ink blending, and I went from dark at the top to light at the bottom here. I had masked off the area as well at the bottom to stamp the sentiments, so it was relatively quick to put this together bar the colouring, and then I added a little bit of red at the bottom there just to kind of ground the tag, and also a stitched line across there. I just used a Copic multi-liner to put a stitched line in just to kind of give that sentiment area a little bit more definition. And again, I used the baker's twine to create the little tassel at the top. So for my final project, I wanted to make sure that I used the little snowman from the set, or the builder snowman part of the set. So this was actually stamped onto the white Copic friendly cardstock, and I coloured him with my Copics. I love the way you can add in the little twigs, the button, the nose and the hat. I think it's a really, really cute image. And I tried something a bit different for me. I coloured a background with my Copics, and I added lots and lots and lots of dots of white gel pen to create a kind of blizzard effect. I'd also put in the stars as well. That's also included in the set, the little star image. So that was mounted onto white and then onto red and then just onto a white base card. I took the sentiment and I cut it apart and I just put it around the corner at the bottom there. I thought that that would be something a little bit different to do with the sentiment. So that finishes my run through of the kit and also the projects that I created from it. I hope that you found that useful and that it gives you some inspiration if you decide to go ahead and purchase the kit. As I mentioned before, the kit is available with or without the dies, and you can go ahead and pick that up over on the Heffy Doodle website, and I will link to that in the description below. I do plan on having some blog posts coming up in the next few weeks showcasing some of these in a little bit more detail. So if you want to subscribe to my blog, there is a link in the description below as well. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.